Stone Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now we're gonna be about the middleweight division right now. We're gonna talk a little Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade has said of late he's laughing at the fact that people are talking about Canelo Alvarez being a three-weight champion, right? And bam, right? It's exactly what I'm saying, right? And it's the same reasons he's having. He's saying that that regular title in the super middleweight division being fielding should not count, right? And he goes back to the times at the 154-pound division, the division under middleweight, when he was the 154-pound champion at the WBO, couldn't get a fight and had some contract problems, and the title was taken from him from the WBO because of inactivity, right? And believe it, he was there to fight people, but he wasn't getting no fights. But when the people lining up to fight him, so he gets stripped and they give it to Leon Smith. Within minutes of Leon Smith getting the title, Canelo was there to fight Leon Smith to get the WBO 154-pound title. That would irk a person, right? Anybody that's objective, and of course, Demetrius Andrade. Like, man, I've been here the whole time. Where was you when I was calling you out? Since I've been an infant. How many times have I told you guys, Demetrius Andrade has been calling Canelo out since he couldn't talk and had a pacifier in his mouth. And when they took it out, what was his first words? Not mama, dada. It was Canelo. Canelo. They were talking about, what was he talking? What you saying? Canelo. And they didn't know. Till he got about 20 years old and the family found out it's really a dude named Canelo. That's how long Demetrius Andrade has been calling this man out. And he's still like, I don't care if you go to 168. I'll go there. He wants to fight him no matter what. Now people will say, oh, it's a payday and this and that. Well, whatever. I've been calling him out for whenever. And it's the problem is to the point now where it's ridiculous. Right? And he's a forgotten man. They won't fight him even though he has titles. He had one at 154. He has one now at 160. Right? Nobody's mentioning him. And it's funny. Right? I'm going to be straight up with you. Brothers have a problem getting these rematches. Other way around, I can give you examples like Kovalev and Ward. Before that fight, wasn't the pound for pound. What happens? Ward wins that first fight. It's outrage. They better fight again because it's outrage there. Right? Shoot, Wilder and Fury. They better fight again. Brother got a close decision. Draw. What? Gotta happen. Mayweather, Maidana. Remember that? Mayweather beat the hell out of Maidana in the first fight. And Maidana's 20 pounds heavier than him. Just because he's coming forward against a guy 20 pounds, lighter than him, right? Made the fight competitive. They were acting like we got to have another one. Had to. Didn't we? Had to. That's the way that goes. Don't even let me mention Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao in the first fight. Even though both ankles hurt. He gets a close decision against Pacquiao. Gets death threats. Outrage. Gotta happen. Gotta happen, those fights. Believe me, they had to happen. I'm about sick of that. That's ridiculous. Right? Now nobody went Canelo, 154, right? Fighting undefeated Austin Trout. Right? Undefeated Austin Trout. They fighting in San Antonio. You ever heard of open scoring before? Open scoring? What happens in open scoring? After the 4th round and the 8th round, they tell you who's winning. So Trout wins 3 of the first 4 rounds to anybody who's looking at it, and go look at it yourself and then come back before you comment. Right? Go look at Austin Trout and Canelo and turn off the whatever. Just look at it. And you tell me after 4 rounds that Austin Trout didn't win any. Well, that's what he was told after the 4th round. You didn't win any. Not any of those rounds. So what does he have to do? He has to change his tactic and come stand in there and try to slug it out with Canelo. We see what happens when people do that with fielding. But that's what happened to the man. And no one cared. No one cared at all. Right? And it's just ridiculous. And then Lara arguably beats him. Close fight. No one wants a rematch. No one wants a rematch with Trout. No one wants a rematch with Lara. do they? No one wants a rematch. Gennady Golovkin, another brother, awesome fighter, has a match with Jacobs, arguably loses. Told you the whole England, all of England, thought he lost. Right? For example, if you watch the English feed. And he's only won by 1 point in America. And that's with HBO. So you know that means that fight was close. What happens? Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see a rematch. Gennady Golovkin's able to say he's going to fight him five fights down the road. And I told you this 35-year-old guy, that means never. No, doesn't have to be a rematch right away. Right? That keeps happening to these brothers. And it's just like, it's not the same way around. So if we're going to be held to a different standard, then you're going to have to just say straight up what you think about them before. Either with superior athletes or not. Because if we have to be judged by the same as everyone else is. All this ridiculousness. Now, Canelo is not a 3-time champion. And to fight some of these guys, Demetrius Andrade has a gripe here. Right? Either fight him or not. And then I was just talking about a video yesterday. You know, go down, you're going to have to fight Charlo or something. Or Jacobs. What's up? If not, we can't be exalted to being the best. Right? And let me tell you something. Canelo is an awesome fighter. Make sure this is clear. You know, I have my issues with 3 fighters right now. Well, a few, but 3 fighters. Canelo, Gennady Golovkin, and Anthony Joshua. And all of which I like. I think that they are awesome fighters. All of which are awesome fighters. It's just they're being overrated and they now have to do things. Certain things. With Joshua, it's like, hey, okay, he's awesome. But for some, you know, when it comes to him and Deontay Wilder, he obviously doesn't want to fight him. And his fans just ignore that and act like they're not seeing it. They remind me of Trump fans. When it comes to Gennady Golovkin, awesome fighter, cuts off the ring, got nice combinations and stuff. But you know, it has an issue fighting fighters that he's not going to be front-footing and showing his talent for cutting off the ring. Because you won't have to against a Charlo, right? And if you fight Jacobs again, either. You won't have to. So I see an issue there. And I also see an issue where he wanted to be the unified. He wanted to be undisputed at middleweight until middleweight got good, right? You can't ignore that, no matter how much you like a fighter. And with Canelo, this boy showed me against Gennady Golovkin his defense. Then he showed me that he can stand in front of the guy. And you know, coming in here, body shot and fielding, able to do that. Fielding that Tyrone Sawyer couldn't keep fielding off of him. So this shows me a level of talent from Canelo, right? Awesome, these guys, all 3 of them. But there's issues there that have to be addressed, no matter how much you like them. And I'm capable of doing that. Consider it. Some people think you hate on these players because as soon as you say something against somebody nowadays, they consider it you hate them. It's not. It's just there's other fighters there that you can't ignore. Right? And a lot of people do. And the sanctioning bodies ignore them. These fans try to act like they don't see the other fighters there. No. That's where the problem, that's where the issues come. And right now, back to Demetrius Andrade. He has an issue. He should be laughing at that 3-division championship stuff. And you know something? There's very easy to do something about this. It would be simply to fight the man. Right? Not saying who he hasn't fought and who is he and whatever. First of all, he has a title. He had one back then too, in both divisions, and he's willing to fight you no matter where you go, what weight you go. What else is the man supposed to do? Right? Oh yeah, probably go fight somebody else that Canelo doesn't want to fight, right? Or something like that. No, he's worthy to fight Canelo right now. And he has a legitimate gripe. And actually, there is no other opinion to this one. But there will be. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.